afternoon. It's such a joy to be here with you. This is Sunny Gardner Orbovich, the Michigan City Chamber Music Festival Education Director. And this is our final concert for 2020 for families. Our concert is about the childhood of Beethoven, starting with his babyhood. Ludwig van Beethoven is among the most highly regarded musical geniuses of all time. His creative vision stands outside the fashion of his own day and outside of time itself. Contemporary portraits of the master reveal a brooding-eyed, romantic figure with waves of unruly hair and bohemian attire. Records of his personal conduct and hygiene reveal a subject quite unusual. His thought, ethics, and morality were consistently true to standards beyond society and church. He was a commoner in an age that bowed to royalty. A freelance musician in a world firmly fixed under the rule of the royal crown. Where did such personal responsibility and independent artistry come from? Our hero was born in Bonn, Germany, a town already so old as to have structures standing from the 1300s, like the beautiful church of St. Remigius, where little Ludwig was baptized. It was December 17th, probably the first full day of the baby's independent life in the cold and harsh season of Advent. Savior of all nations, come, Virgin Son, make here your home. Marvel now with heaven and earth, that the Lord chose such a birth. In his earliest days, the baby showed a terrific ear and aptitude for music. Huzzah! Here's to the next Mozart. I'll get him the best teacher in Bonn. But as time passed, the elder Beethoven proved a less than patient professor. Must it be? It must be. Must it be? It must be. It must be. It must be. Ludwig grew taller in size and in musical artistry. By the age of 10, he had won the honor of playing for the king, and soon of playing the organ at his grandfather's church. Despite these high honors, love and friendship were very important to him. Someday he would offer his heart to a young lady. "No, I don't like you. You're ugly," would be as painful to a young man as was rejection to a child. But true friendship always provided solace and comfort to Beethoven throughout his life of trials and challenges in love, in art, and in health. The day when friendship cheers us on our way, when friendship cheers us on our way. Beethoven became a hero. His music was a swift response to the growing threat of Napoleon's vision of world empire, and a clarion call to resistance for all Europe against the waves of tyrannical ideology and the aggressive wars that accompanied them. Beethoven's face was the face of resistance. His music an inspiration and symbol of the will of humanity to rise as one against a usurper of freedom. Although Beethoven never married and may not have had long-lasting romantic love, at his death, the whole world mourned, and 30,000 friends and lovers of his music attended his funeral, the largest memorial of his century, making him the most beloved composer of his time. His music continues to inspire the world to rise up against oppression, tyranny, and empire. We are going to move to another table and enjoy a work of art made by you in your home. You can do this at home. We have a beautiful table here. I'm going to be very careful. You might want to not use such a beautiful table at your home. But Beethoven was a great lover of the outdoors. So for our artwork commemorating Beethoven, we're going to do a work of art inspired by the outdoors. You can pick leaves up off the ground to make this. And first of all, we're going to learn to make a photograph of a leaf using a leaf, a piece of paper, and a crayon. You need to put the leaf down on the bare table with the rough side up. A leaf has a smooth, waxy side. Place the paper over the leaf, and you have to have a broken crayon, peeled and broken. Place it flat on the paper and rub it across the leaf. Now we have several finished works of art up here that show you what you can do with this, but I would advise you to enjoy this craft of leaf rubbing. And we can make several of these to create our background. And I always like to make a solid line for the horizon. Then we can put some things in the foreground. You might want to change color as you're making your photographs of leaves. The crayon is like a light that passes over the object underneath the paper. So that's why it's like a camera. And I'm not going to go into any great detail here, but when you're happy with your leaf rubbing, you can put in a little background with watercolor. Now, I have these acrylic paints, but you can also use your plain watercolors. And get a brush. We'll put in the sky back here. And just, it's very easy because you see if you go over your objects a little bit, that waxy crayon will stay the flow of the watercolor. And then we have a beautiful blue sky, and you can do anything you want to down here. You can add different elements with your paint and your brush, or repeating as many times as you wish with a leaf. And I would like to recommend that you cut out figures to remember Beethoven. You can either cut out figures from a magazine if you have pictures of Beethoven, or you can print some out, and we even have some on the website for you to print out. But this is a little story that you can illustrate about Beethoven. Once he and his friend Goethe, a famous German poet, were walking together, and they were talking about poetry and philosophy and various things, and they were talking about freedom and society, and they met the gentry, the royalty that was the custom to bow to. And Goethe, being a very proper, polite man, takes off his hat and bows deeply to the royalty. And he said, "Ludwig, aren't you going to bow?" And Beethoven said, "No, I'm not going to bow. No way am I bowing." So that was the way that it was. And their friendship suffered greatly because of this disagreement. But this is a fun that you can have with your landscape. Once you're finished with it, is you can act out little scenes from Beethoven's life and draw as many pictures as you want to. You can draw them or cut them out from a magazine. And now we have our third part of our concert today, which is a sing-along of Christmas carols and holiday carols. Oh, we're going to sing O Hanukkah for our first carol. O Hanukkah, come light the menorah. O Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the night clear, that glorious song of old. Herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Christ by highest heaven born, Christ freedom everlasting Lord, late in time behold him come, offspring of the Virgin womb. Veiled in ashes, God in sea, hail incarnate deity, blessed in fashion us to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. And now the beloved tale of Frosty the Snowman. Frosty the Snowman was jolly, happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and eyes made out of gold. Frosty the Snowman, his fairy tale they say, he was made of snow, and the children know how he came to life that All is calm, all is bright. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother, child, holy and so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quicken aside, glory stream from heaven afar. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King.
Thank you all for tuning in this 2020 to our Michigan City Chamber Music Festival of 2020. We've loved playing for you this whole weekend. Have a wonderful holiday season, everybody, and good day.